everyone, this is Julie Melillo, life coach in Manhattan. Today I want to talk about impossible goals or unrealistic goals. This is something that we are really bad at. All of us, I don't care who you are, we are really bad at estimating the likelihood of something actually happening. More often than not, we are ruled by our own fears versus the true probability of something happening. Because you don't even know, and I don't know, the actual probability of these things happening. Have you looked this up? Because I haven't, and I know that you haven't. So when you're thinking about starting a business, or you're thinking about asking someone to talk to you at a party, or asking a person for a date, or really doing anything new that you haven't done before, the fear is what is talking to you, and it's telling you it's not going to happen, that's not likely, that's going to fail. Oh, just come on, get real, get realistic, that's not going to happen. And that's fear talking. That is not a true probability of your likelihood of achieving something. That said, even if you have a low probability of achieving something, you can still achieve it. And we've seen this time and time again throughout history of people who have faced enormous odds and achieved amazing things. So don't throw in the towel, because number one, you don't really know how likely it is. You don't know what point things are going to turn. And if you are truly passionate and dedicated and fulfilled by something, if you persist for long enough and you do everything in your power to achieve it, you will eventually achieve it. Now, that is not to say it's going to happen overnight. Some things might happen overnight, and other things, they might take you 5-10 years. So in the meantime, you have to, make this work into your life and, have a plan for what you're doing in the meantime. Have a plan, and you can do both. You can find a way to eat and to be an entrepreneur, or to achieve whatever that dream is, being a financial trader. My financial trader client today just achieved his goal. That short time ago, we're talking, is this possible? Is he going to be able to make this many successful trades in a week so he can quit his job and do this full time? Is this really possible? And it is. He's done it. And now he's raised the bar, and next week, the standard is even higher, and there's new questions to answer. So what I'm saying is, just because you have asked the question, is this possible or not, don't assume it's not possible. Assume it is possible, and you will find a way to make that happen. It will happen one of two ways. You'll either achieve that through conventional means, and you'll plug yourself in to the routes that already exist, or two, you will create new routes of getting there that maybe we haven't seen in history so far. And that's an amazing thing to do. Think of the ways that you can positively impact the world and people around you. How can you make the world better? How can you make yourself better? How can you make the people around you better? You let that guide you, and it's pretty amazing what you can achieve, but you have to keep at it. You can't just try it once and it didn't happen, poor me. You have to take control and responsibility, and day in, day out, work at it until it happens. And for some of these goals, it's fast. Some of these things can happen in a week, a few months. Your whole life can be changed in a few months or a week. Other things, hugely challenging goals that have never been done before, you might have to just keep doing that every week. Maybe for years. Maybe it will take you 5-10 years. But you know what? If it's the right thing for you, it's not going to bother you if it takes 5 or 10 years, because that's what you're meant to do with your life. You see what I'm saying? So don't let that feeling of it's impossible rule your life, because we're really talking about fear. Unless you study statistics and you know the probability of all these things happening, you really don't know how likely it is, and even those experts really don't know, because they get proven wrong all the time. So, think of all the things that we've done. For one, we know the world isn't flat anymore. That was a great discovery right there. It used to be impossible to sail around the world, people thought. And that's obviously not the case. So think of all the other things you're thinking right now that are equally false. And I challenge you to do that and just go ahead and jump into what you really want. Do something more fulfilling. That's my challenge to you. Go ahead and do it if you think it's impossible or not. Have a great day, and thanks for watching, everyone.